Good morning, 8th standard. 8th standard, we are doing sense organs. In that, we have covered our part eye, and very delicate, very soft organ of our body, that is eye, we have covered in the previous video. In this video, we will start from ear. Ear is also very helpful organ for our body. Ear makes us able to, like, we can hear something. If something is happening around us, then we can feel it by just listening it. Okay. So ear is also like eye. Ear is also very important organ in our body. So first of all, students, we will study the structure of ear. Then we will start about their working. Okay. So see, our ear that is divided into three parts, subdivisions, that is outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Okay. So first of all, see this picture. This part is outer ear, okay, starting from pinna, and this part is middle ear, and this part is innermost part of our ear. Okay. Now see one by one, students. Now one by one we will discuss about these parts, these divisions. First one is outer part. Outer part, that is this part of ear, that is we can look from that outside from body. Okay. They are known as pinna. Okay. These pinna, they collect sound waves from the surrounding, from any kind of sound that is moving around us. Then that pinna, they collect that sound waves. Okay. Then second part is auditory canal. Okay. Auditory canal, this you can check. They carry these sound waves collected by pinna. These carry sound waves to our eardrum. Okay. Then this third part, this is eardrum. Okay. Eardrum, they vibrate with that, like you play drum, that drum set, they are just like drum set. When you play that, they pass vibration, they produce vibration. Similarly, that eardrum, when vibrations from our pinna, they strike that eardrum, they also generate more vibration, and then they pass those vibration to our middle ear, that is to the middle part of the ear. Okay. See, middle ear that receive the vibration passed by this you can say eardrum. Okay. Then middle ear, that consists of three bones: hammer, anvil, and stirrup. Okay. This is the middle ear. This contain three bones: hammer, anvil, and stirrup, and also one eustachian tube. What these that three bones and this eustachian tube do? See, these three bones, hammer, anvil, stirrup. See, this stirrup is the smallest bone of our body, and it is also known as stapes bone. Okay. Longest bone, that is in femur, in the thigh bone. Okay. Shortest bone, smallest bone in our body is in our ear, that is stapes. Okay. Stirrup is another name, and stapes is also one of the name. Then what they do, they amplify the sound wave. Afterwards we will do also working. First of all, just understand these middle ear. Okay. Just understand this part. Three bones: hammer, anvil, stirrup. Okay. They will, what they do, they amplify the sound wave. Then eustachian tube, that what it does, it connect that middle ear with the throat. Okay. Eustachian tube that connect middle part of the ear with the throat. Okay. There is a tube like structure, canal like structure, and also they equalize the pressure outside and inside the within our body. Okay. Within our body and outside our body, they equalize the pressure. Then after that, three bones, they pass that vibration when from which they are coming from pinna. Okay. From pinna, that they from outer ear, vibrations come to middle ear. Now middle ear have to pass that vibration to inner ear. Okay. Inner ear, that consists of cochlea and semicircular canals. Okay. Inner ear, innermost part of the ear, they contain that cochlea and semicircular that canals. Okay. Cochlea, what is it? It is a spiral shaped part. Okay. See, this is cochlea, and this what it contains some fluid in it, fluid part. Okay. It is some snail like structure, you can see, like we have snail. Okay. Snail like structure. This fluid that vibrate due to vibrations passed by this middle ear. Okay. That also, along with that cochlea, inner ear contains a semicircular canal. They are helpful for maintaining balance of our body. Any kind of static, if we are standing and we are like shaking our body, in both cases, that semicircular canals, they have, see, they also contain some liquid, like cochlea contains, they also contain some liquid. Along with that, they contain some sensory cells. Okay. which help in this maintaining balance. And after that, those those senses received by them, that inner ear, they are passed to auditory nerve. Auditory nerve that is connected with the brain, that passes to brain, that brain interpret the sound, what kind of sound is coming. Okay, so this is a partition of, like you can say, ear, outer, middle and inner ear. Okay, now one by one we will do working. First one, see outer ear. Outer ear that collects sound waves. Okay, outer ear that collects sound waves, and auditory canal that carries, see, auditory canal that carries a sound wave collected by the outer ear. Then afterwards, what is eardrum? They are received by eardrum. Eardrum that pass vibration to these three bones. Then three bones, they are the part of middle ear. These three bones, they further pass the vibration to cochlea. Cochlea then to the semicircular canals, and to then finally to the auditory nerve. Students, I am just repeating the whole working of our ear. Okay, how this ear that helpful for us for listening. Okay, that how the whole process continues, how process is going on. See, pinna collects the sound waves. Okay, the pinna collect that sound waves and send them through this auditory canal to the eardrum. Okay, with the vibration that eardrum that strikes, okay, the vibration they strike on eardrum, then these vibration, the set of vibration are equalized by a Stackian tube. Okay, these set of vibration are equalized by a Stackian, so that the eardrum can vibrate freely. Okay, then these vibrating eardrum, this is connected with the three bones. Okay, these vibrations, they are passed to the three bones. These three bones further pass this vibration to the our inner ear. Okay, inner ear that contain fluid. Okay, that fluid vibrate with the vibration received by this inner ear. Okay, see, this cochlea, this also have some hair like structure in it. Okay, with the vibration of fluid, they also vibrate. When the hair like structure vibrate, the whole that vibrations received by cochlea, they further pass to these semicircular canals, and they further impulses are generated, and they are transmitted to brain via these auditory nerve. So this was your whole process of your ear, working of ear. Okay, next sensory organ is nose. Next we will study about nose. See students, your next sensory organ is your nose. Okay, nose, which help us to smell different kind of smell, fragrance. Okay, which see, our nose has olfactory receptors. Okay, as you can see, these olfactory nerves, they carry messages to our brain. That epithelial layer of our nasal chamber, inside our nasal chamber we have epithelial layers which have some like small structure, hair like structure. Okay, which are sensitive to smell. Okay, when they receive any kind of smell through olfactory nerves, they send that smell message to our brain. Okay, they send that impulse to our brain, and this way we are able to smell different like odors, different kind of odors we can detect by our brain. That like when something is cooking in our kitchen, so we are able to like we get familiar with that smell, so we are able to understand that this thing is cooking in our kitchen, this thing is cooking in someone other's kitchen. Okay, so we are able to judge by that auditory sensations of cells. Okay, sensory cells. So this was your next sensory organ. Next is tongue. Tongue, they have taste bud, as you can see in this picture also. Okay, there are different taste buds. Okay, primarily there are four kinds of taste buds. Our tongue, they have four kind of, like sweet, salty, bitter and sour. Okay, these kind of taste, we have sweet, salty, bitter, sour. So they have given in your this diagram also. Okay, like nose and other sensory organs, tongue also have some small hair like projections which are sensitive to different taste, and which give us like different taste. Like some part of tongue is sensitive to sweet taste, some to salty, to bitter and to sour. See, in this picture you can see tip of the tongue is very sensitive, most sensitive to sweet taste. Okay, if the substance is sweet, salty, then tip of the tongue is that sensitive to that. Then sides of the tongue, they are sensitive sour taste, okay, while bitter taste, that is sensed by our back part of our tongue. So accordingly, different part of our tongue, they receive different taste, okay. So this was your tongue, okay. Next is the skin, very important organ, longest you can say sense organ in your body. Everywhere we have skin, and that skin, that there have a lot of functions. In next standard, in 9th standard, there is a special chapter on skin, okay. So skin is very important organ, you can say, important sense organ, very important sense organ, very sensitive sense organ, which have different layer, okay. Mainly there are two layers, epidermis and dermis part, okay. Dermis parts, they have different glands, sweat gland, sweat that comes from our body, that also lies in skin part, okay. Sweat glands, sebaceous glands, oil secreted by them, and also blood vessels, and epithelial tissue, that is a uppermost layer, that is epidermis, part of epidermis, that is hard, tough, that protect our internal organ. Also they are regenerated again and again. See, we have different dead cells on our body. Regularly dead cells are generated on our body, and they are removed from our body by the lower cells. Then lower cells, they come upwards, and then upper dead cells, they get removed, okay. Our skin, that is divided into epidermis and dermis part. That dermis part, that contain sweat glands, sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands are oil glands, okay. Then blood vessels, are hair follicle, here also that in dermis part, hair follicle, okay. These are the parts in our skin. Also that you can see here, their skin that receives their temperature, for touch, any kind of touch, tactile receptor are there, touch receptors are there, pain, any kind of pain, weather, temperature, heat receptors are there, okay, thermoreceptors you can say. So many kind of receptors are present in our skin. And also the color of our skin is due to melanin. Melanin is a name of pigment that is responsible for color of our skin, okay. If the amount of melanin is more in our body, then our color is dark. If the amount of melanin is less in our body, then amount of color, that color of skin is light. So these were the all our sense organ, all sense organ present in our body, and these are very sensitive. So we have to take care of them, okay. So there are some ways given, care of sense organ, on page number 60, topic care of sense organ. In that, some like ways they have given by which you can take care of your sense organ, like they should be kept clean, and eye should not be strained, we have not must take much stress, and we should not read in adequate light, okay. Then we should not read in dim light, we should read in adequate, proper amount of light should be there, okay. The eyeball should be rotated to maintain a good eyesight, okay. We should do regular exercise of every organ of our body. Muscles should be exercised. So different ways of that, ways by which you can take care of your sense organ, that is given in this topic, okay. You can read this. Then diet also, proper diet also we have to take, like for eyes, vitamin A is very important, so diet rich in vitamin A, that is carrot, something like that you have to take. Then vitamin C, that is beneficial for that is also beneficial for good immunity in our body and good eyesight of our body, that also we have to take, that we can get from citrus fruit. So different vitamin we need for different kind of function in our body, so we have to take care, okay. So this was your all about sense organ, okay. Next part we will do in next video. Thank you.